You have seen members of the Manosphere support this movement. You have seen female anti-feminists support this movement. But have you seen a female feminist support this movement though? Yeah, you won't see it anytime soon. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back again with another video, looking all cute and everything. And as you can see, my chair has this thing. It's actually my mother's chair, but anyways, you already know what is going on. You read the title, and yes, and that is what we're talking about today. Today we are having a sit and talk. This topic was actually presented to me by someone in my comments in my previous video, my video of the Chinese drama The Untamed. Comment that they really want to see me talk about this particular issue, and to be honest, I had never heard of it before. So I quickly went to Google and our trusty Wikipedia to see what's up. And when I saw like the first paragraph, I was like, okay, I am definitely going to talk about this, because this is something I talk about in my everyday life, and like I promised, I am making this video. Now today what we're talking about is the MGTOW movement, which is men going their own way movement, that is not so new, not so old. It started around the early 2000s, and from what Wikipedia said, it was brought into creation by an internet trend, the red pill, which is like men starting to realize the dangers or this evil side of feminism and finally open their eyes, and hence taking the red pill. So the men going their own movement now came into form to classify the men that want to separate themselves from society. As I was reading the definition of the MGTOW movement in Wikipedia, the first thing that I saw was the fact that it was anti-feminist. Like, let me read the Wikipedia definition to you. Men going their own way, MGTOW, is an anti-feminist, mostly online community advocating for men to separate themselves from a society which they see as harmful to men, and particularly to eschew marriage and cohabitation. Now, as an open-minded feminist, I just skipped the fact that the first definition is the fact that it's anti-feminist. So as I was reading the definition, and I was like, men separating themselves from society that's harmful to men, I was like, yes, do your thing. Yes, I'm finally happy, because I acknowledge that some aspect of the society is indeed very harmful to men, and men have kept quiet for so long, and I'm seeing that this movement is a way for men to separate themselves and indeed start to speak up about things that is damaging to the male gender. And I was like, kings, yes, but that is that. Had I started to research more on this MGTOW movement, obviously the first place to go to is Twitter, because Google is not going to give it to me, and obviously Google's news is not going to give it to me. I need to know how people actually think, and that is only on Twitter you can find that. So I went on Twitter and I just typed MGTOW because I didn't know what to type. And indeed my thoughts on this movement did take a 180 turn. But before I go into my thoughts on my final thoughts on this movement, let me just give you what they are about and what they say they are about. So basically, like, this MGTOW movement, like, it is part of the Manosphere, and to be honest, I just recently started to find out about all this, that there is a Manosphere, and it consists of MGTOW, it consists of incels, it consists of men's rights activists, it consists of pick-up artists, So basically, like, the MGTOW are men that advocate for male separation, and they solely believe that society has been corrupted by feminism. There are actually ranges in these movements. It can be just as soft as you came to realization that feminism isn't as good as they make it to be, and to the extreme point of you totally washing yourself up from anything that has to do with relationship with a female or anything in general with a female. I'm someone that solely believes in the fact that anyone can find empowerment in anything as long as it is not harming anyone. Now, they believe that there's a bias system against men in places like the family court, or in gender roles, or in issues where men come out to speak about their abuse stories. And I personally do believe that there is a bias against men, because I've done my research and found out that in cases of custody for your children, and even in family court, like marriage privileges and stuff, the women are actually highly favored more than the men. So I do see their points in this. And also in cases of when men come speak up about their abuse stories, they are often looked down upon as taken as jokes, and this is quite disgusting, to be honest. So I feel like if men start to feel rage from these issues, that are coming to realize this and trying to feel rage and trying to change this aspect of the society, then I feel like that is amazing for them. But then the issue now is that why would they just assume that it's feminism that brought this upon the society? I personally would say is the society that is the problem, and the society has no gender. They also believe that modern women have been brainwashed by modern feminism, and that all women are scam. They don't care about anyone anymore. They just care about themselves. And if they get tired of you, they're going to go from one guy to another guy to another guy. And when they finally settle for someone, they'll look for a way to take all his money and go away. First of all, not everyone has money. Second of all, not every woman is the same. Third of all, just because it happened to you once doesn't mean it's going to happen to you again. Fourth of all, when there was a trend that women were shouting, men are scum, men are dogs, men are this, men are that, is you same men that were like, no, all men are the same. Just because one hurt you doesn't mean, oh, we'll hurt you, this and that, blah 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 blah. So what's wrong now? Because someone finally hurt you, you feel like everybody's going to hurt you. And then most of the people in this community haven't even experienced this by themselves. It's just here that they are hearing. That is what baffles me about this whole issue. Like, when I went on Twitter and started looking at the language these members of MGTOW describe women and describe their situation, I was just like, yes, this thing happens. Yes, there are women that solely use men for their money and move on to the next. Yes, but honey, wake up. We are in reality. This is the world, okay? There's a good side and there's a bad side. And if you only want to focus on the bad side, there's nothing more I can say to you. Sure, go ahead, as long as you're not harming anyone. And now this is where the problem lies. There are actually cases and evidence that shows that people of this manosphere physically harm females and men that don't agree with them. So if you do have a problem with women being independent, and you also cannot understand that not all women are the same, not all women, in fact only few amount of women are the way you think they are. If you cannot understand this, then please do continue to stay away from women. I support you in that. Stay away, don't come close, don't associate, don't relationship yet, don't do anything, don't communicate. I'm not going to rule this movement as irrelevant, because I want to believe that there are good people in this movement that actually have the mindset that men should be treated better in some aspects of the society. I want to believe that there are people like that in this movement. Just like in the case of feminism, there are some feminists that claim to be feminists, but they don't know the single bit of what feminism is actually about, and they only think about themselves, not even the woman gender, themselves. The only thing about themselves. Now, if you really think about it, in all societies, in all communities, whether it's a fandom, whether it's your church, feminism, the manosphere, anime lovers and stuff, in all communities they are the bad ones, and I wonder how and why the bad ones are always the one in the front line. So anyone that is not part of the community, the first thing they see are the bad ones, and they just assume that everyone in that community is like that, and that is where bad stereotypes come from. Because of what someone on the outside will see about this men going their own way movement, because of the people that bring the negativity, anyone that is viewing from the outside will not take any of them seriously. They won't even take men that are actually fighting for men's rights and men's safety. They won't even take them seriously, and that's a big problem. I think some of the cases that are often misunderstood are like when a man tries to bring up male issues and then a woman shut them off and talk about the female issue. Now, I've seen this happen ever so often on Instagram, because I follow a couple feminists. If you go under a feminist page, under a feminist post about a female issue, and then you try to say not only women go through this, men go through it too, and you see a flood of people come to correct you like, well, hold up, that's not what we're talking about right now. It's not them being selfish and focused and trying to focus only on women. No, it's the fact that the post is talking about an issue from a female's perspective. Most people now think feminism is irrelevant just because they have never experienced the issues that we advocate against, or they don't know anyone personally that have ever experienced the issues we advocate against. I really don't have much to say anymore, to be honest. Like, I understand what the MGTOW movement is for. I won't exactly say that what they advocate against is legit, but as long as they're not harming anyone, which they are, and that's where the problem is. I kind of wish everyone would just live in harmony, but then that would be delusional, because I know that's not possible. That is what I have to say about this movement, about this thing. I'm always up for spreading positivity. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. If you are new here, you know what to do, which is do whatever you would like to do. That is exactly what you should do. But if you want my advice on what to do next, subscribe and turn on post notifications to know when next I upload a video. I hope you enjoy that. If you did, hit that thumbs up. It lets me know that you did enjoy this content.